that brother Gervonta Davis could be fighting Jake Paul. So after his fight with Lamar Roach, he said that the guy that he fighting was there tonight. The Lamar Roach fight was in his locker room. People start speculating Jake Paul, and it ended up being true that, you know, he could fight Jake Paul. And that was supposed to be what was supposed to happen in November. And then they kind of, you know, put it in the freezer for Lamar Roach rematch. And then apparently they saying now that the Lamar Roach rematch is on freeze. You know, it's on ice, and that he's going to actually get in there and fight Jake Paul. So let's talk about it. It's a boxing rumor. You know, my homie from Cali reached out to me, and I looked. He was like, yeah, you know, I asked, and this person said that it was supposed to happen, but the Lamar Roach draw changed that. Now they saying it's gonna happen. You know, they didn't talk. So honestly, I don't care. You know, they desperate. PBC ain't got no money, so they gotta manufacture big fights. And I don't even care no more, dude. Like, you know, it's kind of to the point. Remember, I don't know if y'all watched the first documentary on the U, 30 for 30. I love that. And Nebraska ran the Fumbarooski in the national championship, and Holland Smellenberger, rest in peace to him, he said if they got to resort to trick plays, they already lost. You know what I'm saying? And they got to resort to this, just let you know it's the boxing apocalypse. You know, that's just what it let you know it is. It's the boxing apocalypse. That's what it is. It's the boxing apocalypse. So they digging for a big fight, and when Canelo Benavidez don't work, now Gervonta and Jake Paul. And I'm telling y'all, if anything, you know, you want to believe validity that a fight is fixed, this fight is fixed. You know, they told him, don't knock out Gervonta. Gervonta don't knock out Jake Paul. You know, so I ain't mad at it. Get your money. Everything. PBC has been the mark of the beast for the sport of boxing. And I hate to say that about a black man, Al Heyman, but I see why they ran him out the music business. I see why. He's literally single-handedly destroyed the boxing. Now, boxing has always been dysfunctional. No federal or international governing body, but Don King gave us good fights, and that forced Bob Arum to give us good fights. When Al Heyman took the baton, you know, and it was in hot new, even with Mayweather, it wasn't about fighting the best opponent available. Once they got De La Hoya, no, they didn't want to give people Manny Pacquiao. You understand, they never wanted to give you Manny Pacquiao. Showtime forced them to do the Pacquiao fight. That's a little known fact. That it wasn't Mayweather's decision to fight Pacquiao. He was going to go the rest of his career without fighting him. So his pussification mindset set the bar for PBC. He set the trend. He set the mark. So they just worried about getting money. That's it. They just worried about getting the money. And guess what? They worried about getting the money and still ain't got no money at the end of the day. See what happens when you just focus on money? You end up with no fucking money. Forget you don't end up with happiness, and you don't end up with, nigga, you don't end up with no money. Them niggas over there broke. And it's a simple form. All you got to do is everybody work together, give us the best fight. They could have just gave us the best fights on PBC, but as far as the fight, I think it'll be fixed. You know, that's what it is. It'll be fixed. And that's why Gervonta Davis was saying he's retiring this year. And it was a lot of window dressing. Oh, I'll fight Devin Haney. I'll fight Ryan again. And no, he was planning on fighting Jake Paul in November, cashing out, and going into the sunset till his pockets run dry. The thing about Tank, he might end up like Marcos Madonna. Get all that money get funny, and then he be trying to come back, and he may be too fat and out of shape to come back, or may just not come back. That's why he said what he said. That's why he said what he said. That's why he was talking about retirement. Niggas ain't, man, these niggas and these hoes ain't got no shame no more, bro. No shame. There's no shame in that game. None. This is the most money hungry generation, but they ain't got no money. I know the entertainment business. You know, you hear Corey Holcomb talk about it all the time. What's the brother that played in Captain Marvel? He played in the other Captain Marvel, Shazam. He was the wizard. I forget his name. He was in one of my favorite movies, Never Back Down. I can't pronounce his name. He said he did all these movies. He broke. And and a lot of people, some people, I ain't gonna say, a lot of people asked me to speak on an old girl from In Vogue, Dawn. And I didn't know she was in Lucy Pearl neither. She's in Lucy Pearl with Raphael Sadiq. I wanna dance to. I wasn't speaking on that. You know, I ain't speaking on nobody homelessness. I'm not speaking on people dying no more. I've been stopped that, but I ain't speaking on a woman being homeless. Even if it is self-inflicted, I'm not speaking on that. But this the most money hungry generation. As money hungry as these women are, men are even more, and don't have nothing to show for it. You throw your morality, your integrity, you throw it all away just to be broke. Some of these people bending over, touching their toes, doing all that, being gobbler gobsters to be broke. And why at the end of the day do you think they come out like Terry Crews? I got essayed as a man. I got it, man. They broke. If for you to come out and say another man fondled your balls to the public, you're broke. You ain't trying to change the industry, because if you was trying to change the industry, you never would have did it you never would have entertained it. All these people that you see claiming essay in the industry, it's either lies or they did the ritual and they end up broke still. So now let me see if I can sue them to get some money. You accepted the terms of agreement. And the difference between you and the average person out here, guess what? You read them. You knew, you been overdue this, that, and the female and male. It's all fun when a female to some niggas that a female do that to a dude, but it's not. It's not. It's still, regardless of how you think it as, it's not. Regardless how you look at it, it's not. If a female do that to a man, it's still not okay. So that's when you look at it, dog, you sell your soul, and at the end of the day, you still broke and unhappy. So now you got to sue the establishment. Now you got to make up lies. You agreed to the terms, the services and terms. You agreed to it. Stop lying. Oh, you still was in Monster Ball, wasn't you? Of course. Outkast talked about this shit. These Joes hollering they got grape soda. Remember that song? What was the name of that song? When they said that. They said the whole trying to him Tupac up and then whole handling. I forgot the name of that song. It's a Jezebel. Yep. Jezebel. How can I forget that? That was Jezebel. That's my favorite duo of all time. If you ever ask me, Outkast. I differentiate duos and groups. My preference. A group is more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 20 like the Wu-Tang. A duo is, guess what? 2. Mobb Deep, Outkast, Clips. You know what I'm saying? Who else you had? EPMD. You know? You want to throw the Rap Deucers in there? Dre and Snoop. Gangstar, P-Rock, CL Smooth. I mean, we can keep going all day. But nonetheless, back to Tank. Yeah, that's why he said he was retiring. So it all makes sense. I look here, I ain't mad at people's decisions. But the decisions that we make, we have to live with them. And right now, it might seem like a good idea to go do some dumb shit, but you gotta live with them. It's a lot of stuff that I did. I got to take it on the chin. My whole thing is, I ain't trying to bother nobody. I'm trying to just get in and get out. I'm trying to get mine. I treat everybody with hospitality. If you violate my respect as a man at this point in my life, I'm willing to fight for it. I'm willing to die for it. Come on, I'm not taking no disrespect. Because I don't lead with disrespect. Even if somebody lead with like some type of disrespect, I try to keep it cordial. But if you keep pushing that envelope, dog, I'm a man. What James Brown said, I'm a man. Yeah, I'm a man. And more now than ever in this society, I really understand what T.I. said when he said, "I die for my respect." I know what he meant when he said that line. It may have took me 30-something years to really understand what he meant for that line. I understand it now. In the generation of people who sell their respect low, and they can never get it back. Brother told me at the gym when his son worked at the front desk. I didn't know that, but I was talking. He told his son, he said, you know, you can be a brick mason for your whole life, and everybody remember you being a great brick mason. I'm paraphrasing. But you suck one lollipop, you catch my drift, you known as a lollipop sucker for the rest of your life. Nobody remember you a brick mason. And that was deep. I'm like, true that. Yeah, women can suck lollipops, suck and they can. That's just one of their advantages. So, but yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at it. Get your money. Nobody cares about the sport. Everybody care about themselves. This is selfish era, and a lot of women across ethnic groups are raising their sons on their own, and they're taking a trait of selfishness from women. I say it again. They're taking the trait. Women are selfish. Men are selfless most of the time, right? Not saying women can't be selfless and men can't be selfish by trade, but that's the balance. But now they raising their sons to be women and be women traits and be selfish. So now when you go out here, it's the dating apocalypse. Oh man, these men don't want to pay for nothing. Blank. Look at y'all. Look at each other. You don't need no man, right? But hey, it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the Box News playlist. I might chop it up later about this, depending on how I feel. May work this Saturday morning and compound it in with TKO boxing. But hey, hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Hit the link tree in the description. I appreciate y'all for appreciating me. Peace.